My people, how are you? Your Saturday is good? Hey, leo jua imewaka. So after this, please join me. We go out for swimming. Swimming, maneno, swimology. If you don't know how to swim, I'll teach you. Anyway, serious business. So today being on a Saturday, I want us to learn something about culture and nutrition. And normally, when we educate people on nutrition matters, a lot depends on an individual and it mostly targets behavioral change. So every time you give out a nutrition talk, you do a bit of nutrition education, nutrition counseling, at the end of the day, you'll be expected to modify all to change your behavior. And this behavior goes hand in hand with culture. Some of these behaviors are influenced by the cultural practices. So nutrition and culture ni mandugu na madada. Now, while doing my work as a nutritionist, I normally visit different communities. And I came across these two communities and they had very, very interesting cultural practices. And they are all connected to breastfeeding. One of the community, after the child is born, they're supposed to feed that child with, what do we call it? This traditional busa. They're supposed to feed the child with the traditional alcohol, anything like moratina, anything that is alcoholic and traditional. But there's this community which really caught my attention. Imagine after the mother gives birth, the mother is expected to breastfeed the child on one breast and then leave the other breast for the man of the house who will breastfeed at his most convenient time. I found it very, very interesting and I felt like, oh my goodness, huyo mtoto atapata maziwa ya kutosha kweli? So I feel even as we continue with this nutrition education, there'll come a time when we need to change our cultural practices. So with according to the WHO guidelines, you're supposed to breastfeed your child exclusively for 6 months for the first 180 days. So you can imagine a community whereby the child is being breastfed one breast and the other breast is left for the man. You can be sure the child will not get adequate milk and therefore the child might end up being malnourished. So what we advise is that please, if you're from such communities whereby you practice such traditions, please for the first 6 months of life, let's give the two breasts to the baby and then let the mother continue with the breastfeeding up to 2 years or even up to 3 years, as long as the mother wishes, but at least up to 2 years. Then after the baby is all grown, kisha malizana na kunyonya, the man can now take back the breast and breastfeed as they wish. Now you know. Let's meet tomorrow. We share some teachings from the Bible. Bye bye. Kwaheri.